Some things I learned in an outlaw motorcycle club that you wouldn't expect. The first one is that it's okay for men to express their feelings. I remember being in this room full of these outlaw motorcycle club members at a meeting, and one of the members was having a pretty emotional response to something that happened in their personal lives. You could have heard a pin drop in that room, and there was 30 of us in there. And after he finished speaking, every single person went in, gave him a hug and told him everything was going to be all right and that it was fine. The second thing is, I learned in an outlaw motorcycle club that you wouldn't expect, is it's okay to touch other guys and it not be awkward as hell. Besides all the people in the comments that are going to take that out of context, what I mean by this is that when you go to an event or you meet up with another brother, the first thing you have to do is shake their hand, tell them who you are, give them a hug, you can tell them you love them. And that was very, very foreign to me. And in the club I was in, there was a lot of other different backgrounds and different ethnicities. And some of them like to give you a kiss on the cheek and give you a really big hug. And being an old boy from out in the country, that was really, really foreign to me. And for me, that really shattered that perception of, men are men, men can't do this, men can't do that. So that was a cool thing for me. I learned discipline and humility. As you see here, I'm at the gym cleaning the floors, and I've done other posts on this and other people agreed that it doesn't matter what your station and what your position is, that you can still do the other tasks because you take pride, accountability and responsibility for what you do. Now, just to even this out a little bit, because I don't want to be too biased and I don't want everybody in the comments to be saying you only talked about the good stuff. Well, I also learned that you can't trust everybody and not everybody has the same intentions that you do, but that goes everywhere in life. And being somebody that always looks for the best in people, and that's gotten me into trouble a lot of times in my life, that was a big wake-up call, and it was good to get that perception as well. Another thing I learned in an outlaw motorcycle club is that I'm not a burden. When I went through all my injuries and all my traumatic experiences, there was one of the brothers with me nearly at every turn. They picked me up, dropped me off, took me to everywhere I needed to go. When I was mentally struggling, there was a brother at my house every single day to try and get me out, to really try and help me out. When I was in hospital, there was always a brother beside my bed. When I couldn't put my socks on, I'll never forget this. This was a life-changing point for me. One of the nationals put my socks on for me, and when I asked him, I felt that emasculated and that humiliated and it was only on me. And he looked at me like I was an idiot for even having to ask him in that manner. He was just like, "Yeah, of course, bro." And I'll never forget that expression on his face. And I was like, wow, I can ask for help. Like everything in life, there's good and bad in everything. And which one you choose to focus on says a lot about you.